Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today I've got another chit chat, get ready with me, addressing a question that one of you beautiful people actually asked me underneath one of my videos. And this question, I'm going to read it from my screen, from someone by the name of Joy Samantha. Thank you so much for sending in this question, Joy. It was a really good question, and it says, how do you become unapologetically yourself, become fearless, carefree, to where other people's opinions of you cannot faze you? And that's basically what I'm going to be answering in this video. It's quite a highly requested one. I get questions asked like that all the time, so I really do hope that this is very, very helpful. So if you want to see me get this look, I don't really know what you want to call this look. You guys know that I just play with makeup and see what happens. But if you guys want to see me get this look, then make sure you keep watching and hopefully you enjoy this video. So guys, I have already primed my face. You guys will probably know that I use this Nivea cream. Sorry, it's a bit dirty, it's got like makeup on it and stuff. It is a night cream that I literally use. It doubles up. I use it at night and I use it as a primer as well. I actually got this trick from Jade Pierce. She put up a video, this was ages ago, but she used this as a primer and it's super cheap. So I use that, and I've already done my brows as well, just because if I don't do my brows beforehand, trust me, you guys will be there forever and ever and ever and ever. Anywho, talking about becoming unapologetically, what is it, yourself? I'm just looking at the question here. Now let me tell you right now, that is a very, very, very good question, and I haven't exactly planned what I am going to say in this video. I just know that I wanted to talk about this, and it was a very, very good question. So excuse me if this is a little bit all over the place, but this is just me giving my genuine advice, and hopefully it helps. Now, how to become unapologetically you. The first thing that I can say to you is that it is a process. As I mentioned with a lot of things in my videos, but that's just the truth. You know, even myself right now, I'm still growing, I'm still learning. There are still times when, you know, I doubt myself, you know, times when I question my ability, times when I am not like extremely confident, either because, you know, I feel very overwhelmed because so much is going on, you know, and I thank God for it. It's such a blessing, you know, a lot has been going on. Like, God has really been opening doors, opportunities are just coming left, right and center, and that is all God. Like, I'm so very, very grateful, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't get extremely overwhelming sometimes. It does, it gets very overwhelming, and in those moments where I feel overwhelmed, sometimes I feel like, damn, like, can I do this? I'm questioning my ability, just questioning myself in general. So it's a process, it is a learning experience. It doesn't just happen straight away, you know. However, one thing that I can say is that I have learned over the years to become increasingly unapologetic about who I am, what I believe in, especially in terms of like my faith and being a Christian, and standing firm in my beliefs, and then on top of that, being confident in, you know, the ability to then go, being confident so much so that it gives me the ability to go on to, you know, speak at events and talk to various different people, etc. And, you know, I think it's all dependent on how much you do and how much you practice your craft. So with me, I know that my destiny is in basically speaking and helping people and motivating people. That's what I believe that God has called me for. And I feel like when you find your purpose and when you know your purpose, you can stand in your, wow, how lovely. You can stand in your purpose entirely unapologetically, because you have that affirmation and you have that knowledge that this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what God has decreed me to do. Therefore, why on earth would I be worried about what anyone else thinks of me? Why on earth would the opinion of anybody else worry me when I know that this is what God has called me to do? Again, that even in itself, even as a Christian, actually, to be fair, especially as a Christian, it takes time for you to get to a point though where you feel like, where you feel like, yes, I'm going to stand and be unapologetically me, because especially when you're a Christian, and it's so funny that I'm talking about this, but my lovely sister, my girl Sarah Secrets, if you're not subscribed to her channel, make sure you subscribe to her channel. I'm gonna put the link to her channel below. She was basically talking, she made a video about people basically kind of like, I've got something in my eye. People basically condemning Christians to a degree, and this shirt is just, shouldn't have on this shirt. Oh, by the way, yeah, this shirt is just a big lumber jacket, you can call it, lumber thing, I don't know, lumberman shirt that I got from Zara. Leave it linked below. Yeah, she made a video basically about how being a Christian is hard and that how we're not perfect, and yeah, people still try and do this whole, oh, what are you wearing, you're a Christian, oh, you say you're a Christian, yeah, well, not what, you know, not by what you said the other day, and blah blah blah. And not that she was basically saying that we should as Christians not be accountable to how we behave, because obviously we're supposed to be a reflection of Christ, but just the fact that, you know, we're not perfect, just like you, just like everybody else on this planet. We also go through struggles, we also don't get it right, we get it so wrong. In fact, sometimes because we are trying to live for Christ, we get it so very wrong. So sometimes it's even harder as a Christian to be unapologetically you, because you feel like you are being constantly judged by other people, therefore you can't be you, because maybe you are a bit more, I don't know, even if it's little things like you want to dress a bit more risque but you're scared of what people will say because you're supposed to be a Christian, or you want to, I don't know, just whatever it is, but you're scared to do it because you're a Christian. Now, one thing that I say to people all the time is that you literally have to just get to a point where the opinions of others just can't matter to you that much. And I know it's easier said than done. And to be very honest with you, I can't give you a formula. Like, Joy Samantha, yes, it's Joy Samantha who sent me this question. Joy Samantha, I am so very sure that you came to me hoping that I can give you some kind of formula to tell you if you follow these exact steps, you will become way more confident, you will become completely, you know, unapologetically you. But in all honesty, if anyone can tell you that there are these steps to take to become unapologetically you, they are probably lying to you and probably just want to take your money, in all honesty, because there is no way for me to tell you, you know, how to be unapologetically you. It's something that you have to grow in and learn to become. However, how you can encourage this is by developing your craft, as I've mentioned. So even if people, very likely people will turn around and look at you, especially if you're young, and look at you like, what the hell, like, you can't do this, or you can't do that, or you're not able to do this because you're so young, you're not able to do that because you're so young. And you have to literally be able to look at these people in the eye and say, thank you very much, but I'm going to continue doing what I love doing, and keep repeating it and keep repeating it and keep working on your craft. You literally just have to learn how to ignore people. I feel like this is not going to be a very good video because I'm not actually giving you great advice. I hope this helps you. I really do hope it helps. But you just have to learn how to be so confident in yourself and so content in what you're planning to do, in the path that you're taking, to know that the opinions of others are so irrelevant. Like, you just have to train yourself to do that. Otherwise, do you know what ends up happening? You will end up being an incredibly miserable person. Why? Because you were too busy focusing on what everybody else. I just want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing right now. By the way, I'm going to show you guys. I'm using this color right here from the Golden Sugar Revolution palette. As you can see, basically finished. But yeah, you have to just, you know, really and truly remind yourself all the time that, you know what, the opinions of other people are so irrelevant. Will it pay my bills? No. Will it help my future? No. Will it buy me a house or a car or help me to get to greater heights? No. The opinions of others are just that, the opinions of others, and it's up to you whether or not you will allow those opinions to get to you or not. And that's legit a choice. Oh guys, this is a little is an old mascara wand, and I'm using it as a spoolie because I always lose my spoolie, so I'm just using it as a spoolie to brush out my brows. Little hack there, cheap to save money. Anywho, yeah, you literally just have to remind yourself of the fact that the opinions of others are so incredibly irrelevant. Absolutely, positively irrelevant, because at the end of the day, they are still them, you are still you, and you have to continue to live your life for you. You live your life to please yourself. Therefore, be unapologetically you. Why are you looking to other people for affirmation? You know, I do get it, especially, you know, we live in a world right now where affirmation is basically all we live off. You know, whether or not you want to believe it, but for example, when you post a picture on Instagram, people liking your picture is affirmation to say that yes, you look beautiful, or yes, this is bomb, or yes, this looks nice. You posting something on Twitter and people retweeting is affirmation. You know, even though we try to deny the fact that, you know, we seek affirmation in so many different ways. Guys, in all honesty, we kind of do, you know, but at the same time, we don't necessarily have to always fall into that trap. At the same time, we don't always necessarily have to, we don't even full stop have to depend on that. You should not be depending on that affirmation. Yes, you might get it in the sense that you can't avoid the fact that if you put something on Twitter, people will like your picture or whatever. That's, you know, that's the reason why those what do you call it? Those social media sites are there. They're there for people to like, comment, etc. on your pictures, on whatever. However, you don't have to feed into that. You don't have to allow that to dictate your life. You don't have to, again, allow the opinions of others to dictate how you choose to live your life. And you know, it is a process, it is a challenge, and it's something that I feel like we struggle with daily, you know, as young people especially, but it's all in the mind. You literally have to train yourself to believe that you are good enough the way you are. You are good enough in your abilities. You are good enough in your strengths. You are good enough, and you do not have to look to anybody else for that sense of affirmation or confirmation. Be in your own lane. I've put up this quote on my Instagram before. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's at Nissytee. But yeah, be comfortable with doing you. So I think the quote was something like, stay in your own lane, be comfortable in doing you. Do your own thing. You do not for a second need to be concerned with what anybody else is doing. Why? Because like I said, they are living their life, you are living yours. Focus on doing you. Focus on making your money. Focus on building your career. Focus on changing the world in your own way. Focus on, you know, I don't know, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is that you're trying to build. If you're out here trying to build an empire, focus on building your empire for you, not for anybody else. People's opinions will always be there. Like, you know, it's definitely frustrating and it's sad to say, but people's opinions will always be there. You know, we live in a world now, as I've mentioned, you know, with like social media, where people's opinions are instantaneous. So again, going back to the idea that you could post a picture on Instagram and someone could comment on your picture straight away and they'll give you their opinion on you or on your outfit or on your make, you know, just stupid things like that. But it is sad to say that, you know, people's opinions are everywhere and people's opinions are instant, and it's scary. Sometimes it really is scary to put yourself out there. It's scary to be vulnerable in the world, to show who you truly are. But you only have one life, and that's literally how I look at it every single time when, you know, I have my moments of feeling a bit overwhelmed, or I feel a bit chin's a bit bright. Yeah, when you're feeling a tad bit overwhelmed, or you're feeling like, oh, do you know what, I don't even want to say this or do this because I'm going to be judged by other people. You know, because yeah, I do have moments like that, you know, where I have to double take and think twice whether or not I want to say something because of what, not even necessarily of what other people might think. Me is more so of whether or not this might bite me in the butt in the future in terms of careers and stuff. Because if you have me on Twitter, I'm quite I talk about things that people don't want to talk about. So especially, you guys know, like, I love talking about race and issues around race and that sort of thing. And sometimes people like to avoid those kind of topics just because they just like to avoid it, and they're too scared to talk about these topics, even though we should be having more conversations about it. But sometimes I get worried. I'm like, oh, should I say this? Should I not? Simply because I'm like, oh damn, like, in terms of my career in the future, I don't want to jeopardize anything. But I know that anything that I say, you know, it's me being my authentic self and voicing things that I am known for voicing, whether it be on my channel or on my social media. Therefore, I should not be afraid of voicing those things. So, you know, even I have those moments, and it can be very scary because once you put things out there, especially on social media, it's forever. And that's one thing that I would definitely say, you know, you should always remember as well, the fact that it is forever. So yes, in a sense, be cautious of what you are saying or putting out there, but not because you are trying to please other people, but simply because you're covering your back. Do you know what I mean? You're covering your back in terms of, you know, whether it be, oh my gosh, was I even in the middle of this entire time? I apologize, guys. But yeah, not even in the sense of like, oh yeah, you know, I care about other people's opinions, like, oh, people might not like me because of so and so. Listen, we're not kids anymore. Who cares if people don't like you? You know, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine who also had the same problem, you know, was so concerned with other people's opinions that they weren't being themselves. And I remember just saying to them, like, who cares about what other people think of you? Like, people will always have an opinion of you. You need to be able to stand confident and stand firm in who you are, what you believe in, and allow that to be enough. You do not need to let the opinions of others dictate you, because you are uniquely you. There is no one else that is going to be like you. You feed into a particular niche market, and there are people that probably look to you and that can relate to you on so many different levels. So why on earth are you apologizing for being you, doing you, and essentially, oh Jesus, need to drop my mirror. Yeah, why are you apologizing for just doing you? Don't do that. Don't apologize for being you and doing you. At the end of the day, if that's who you are, that is who you are. You should not be bothered by the opinions of others. That's just it, you know? And sometimes these are things that we already know, but it's always good to, you know, hear, you know, it's always good to hear this kind of stuff. Oh God, that's very harsh. I always do this, but it's just a matter of blending. Okay, excuse me guys, I just had to blend out my face, otherwise you guys would like be here forever just watching me. Even now I'm still trying to blend because I don't want it to be extremely, you know, harsh. By the way guys, if you see me using these pink brushes, these brushes are from Backstage. They are, I'm gonna put their Instagram on the screen somewhere and I'll leave the link to them below. They sell like just makeup stuff, so brushes, lashes. I have a feeling that they sell a couple of other bits and pieces as well, but yeah, their brushes are so beautiful. I got sent these brushes by them and I absolutely adore them and love them, and they're pink as well, which is super super cute. I just love them. And they also have very useful, they have like, you guys won't be able to see, but it basically says what each brush is used for. And you know me guys, I'm makeup person. So for people like myself, it is super beneficial, because half the time I don't really know what I'm doing and what I'm using certain things for. But anywho, yeah, so I was talking to my friend and I was just explaining to her that, you know, why are you so bothered by other people's opinions? Your other people's opinions will always be there, but you cannot let that dictate how you live. You cannot be afraid of that. You cannot be afraid of people's opinions. Why? Because you will never be happy and you will never succeed in the things that you want to succeed in, because you are too busy and you have lived your life too busy doing what everybody expects you to do, saying what everybody expects you to say. Why? Because you are too scared to be your authentic self. And that's not the way that we want to live, guys. That's actually not how we want to live our lives. We want to make sure that we are ourselves, that we are content and happy, not even content, but happy to be ourselves, happy to live our lives for us, happy to know that, do you know what? I am making a positive difference in the world just because of me and the things that, you know, I'm saying, and just the mere fact that I am being myself. And that is very important. Very important. So, you know, don't think, oh, sorry guys, I'm just putting a little bit. And yes, it's not supposed to look clean. Rub it just a little bit. It's not supposed to look clean and neat, the pencil, so. Sorry guys. Clearly I'm still learning how to do this whole talking and makeup thing at the same time. Anyway, that's kind of like the main thing that I wanted to say. This is just so that I can put on some highlight. Gotta glow, baby. Gotta glow. You know, it's hard, guys. It is hard, especially when we live in a world that puts on so much pressure onto us and that tries to essentially dictate. Ooh, this brush picks up a lot of product. That's great, but damn, probably not the best brush for highlight. Yeah, especially when we live in a world that essentially tries to dictate how we should and shouldn't be living, the things that we should and shouldn't be saying, what we should and shouldn't be afraid of. And I just say, guys, to hell with what everyone else thinks, okay? At the end of the day, learn to do you. I know, give me 2 minutes. KFC? So, wait, are we getting a taxi? Okay. Give me literally 5 minutes so I can wrap up this video. Okay, so the memory on one card ran out and I'm in a rush now because me and the girls are going to watch Hidden Figures and it starts in half an hour. But you know that there's always like ads and stuff, so but I just need to hurry my ass up. I'm using the NYX Lip Liner in Cappuccino. And I got this when I was in Italy. It's actually a really nice colour. Right, so I am scared that these girls are going to come and kill me. But literally, I have just used MAC's Ruby Woo. Look how it looks really uneven. So apologies if it looks a bit not quite straight or whatever, but I'm literally in a rush and I literally just cleaned up around it on the sides with my foundation. And I'm literally just going to use the Colossal mascara just to finish off because I don't have time to do any lashes or anything. But yeah, just to kind of wrap up, guys, you know, being unapologetically you to the point where people's opinions don't matter is very, very difficult. I feel like, you know, especially when you are somebody who, if you are like a creative, or you know, you're somebody who puts themselves out there, whether that be via YouTube, whether that be because you make music, whether that be whatever it is, whatever thing that you do that basically puts you in the public eye, it can be especially difficult to be unapologetically you, because people will always have something to say. Why? Because you put yourself out there. But you know, I truly believe that you can teach yourself to ensure that you are not allowing those nonsense opinions of nonsense people who will be critical, not even, you know, constructively critical, but just critical because they are just spiteful, they are evil, or they are horrible, or that they have a lot of issues within themselves and are very, very miserable and just feel like, you know, completely being critical towards you. You will always have those people there. You just have to train yourself and learn the art of being confident in you, understanding who you are, understanding your amazingness, understanding your greatness, understanding that God has made you unique, and that, you know, God has essentially predestined you for greatness. And when you start to understand that, believe me, no one's opinion, absolutely no one's opinion, can affect you. So it all starts with your mind and the way in which you look at yourself. And yeah, I decided to have my hair back today because I felt like it went with the red, the kind of like the red look. So yeah, it's a very, very simple look. Let me just blend out my forehead, because that always happens when you wrap your hair. Shout out to all my sisters out there who wrap their hair beforehand and always get this issue as well, where you have that nasty just line. But anywho, that is the complete look. I hope that you like it. Very, very simple, but I feel like it's quite elegant because of the red lipstick. As I've said before, I'm going to list all the products in the description box below. I really do hope that this has helped. I'm so sorry, I'm still getting used to this whole you know, doing makeup and talking at the same time and actually giving you guys good, feasible information that you can actually use. It's quite difficult, but I'm going to continue trying. Like I said, practice makes perfect, perfecting your craft. But I really do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I do hope that it helped as much as possible. But yeah, just be unapologetically you. Go out into the world and just do you. You know, life is too short to care about the opinions of others, really and truly. So go into the world, do you, and be fabulous and be amazing and just be great and believe that you are great. But anyway guys, that's enough from me before these girls come after me and kill me. So I'll see you guys again in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and remember to click on that bell as well to make sure that you are notified every time I release the video, just so you are up to date with everything going on in the family. So make sure you click that bell as well. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Stay beautiful. Bye. Oh, and also in regards to my hair, people, them, this hair, again, it's hair from All Shades Covered, and guys, this is like a mini quick update. Yeah, it is beautiful. I have no complaints, no worries, no nothing about this hair. It is absolutely gorgeous. I've just packed it back because it needs a wash, but even as it needs a wash, guys, look at how silky it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. I will be doing an update video very, very soon, so make sure you look out for that as well. But yeah, just because some people have been asking me about my hair. So All Shades Covered, I've got a discount code for you guys, which is Nissy15. Everything in the description box below. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.